everybody.
How's it going? Welcome to the Way Podcast, a journey through an unconventional life. My name is Chris Pentecost.
And I'm Michael Lavalley, and today we discuss about a book, an author, and which is MJ DeMarco.
Yep, MJ DeMarco. The book's name is
The Millionaire Fastlane.
We're gonna do a bit of a review on it. We don't have the book physically here with us because who has physical books anymore?
Yeah, it's on audio.
It's all audio. It's all online. Regardless, we just also didn't feel like purchasing the book.
I purchased the book for my audio.
Yeah, that's how we got a hold of it. You got it in French. I got it in English, but. Regardless, we found a way to find it and review it, so that's what we're going to be here to do.
Yes.
Starting off, The Millionaire Fastlane. You know how I like to talk about the authors?
Yeah, he's probably... I don't want to say it, but like...
in the book summary, it literally says the author is brash and pretentious. So yeah, he's probably a very assertive man. He probably has the mindset of I am the main character, no one else needs to get in my way, and that's a bit of an issue as far as like personability, but as far as what this book says and does, it's not that bad, especially for motivation.
Yeah, it's basically it says that there's 3 lanes to achieve wealth in life. There's the slow lane where you walk.
No, there's the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, that's the sidewalk.
Yeah, then the slow lane is what?
The sidewalk? Why you make me read your note? Oh yeah, the slow lane. But yeah, I know. Yeah, I just misinterpret my own thoughts. So
it's all good.
So yeah, there's the sidewalk, which is kind of very slow because you walk.
Yeah.
Basically, and then there's the slow lane where you are maybe in a tractor.
Yeah.
And then there's the fast lane where you go in the F1 and you fly through the way of wealth.
To describe it better into what these mean for each pathway, the sidewalk is like living paycheck to paycheck, not having any savings, really not making any investments or putting money anywhere. Slow lane is getting rich. You can still get rich, but it's going to take like 65 to 70 years. That's a bit of an issue. It's definitely doable, but by the time you get there, you're going to be too old to really use your money.
Yeah, it's like if you save, I don't know, maybe 100 every week, and then like with the interest compound and blah, 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 at 65 you'll be millionaire.
It's that concept of put away a penny and you'll have $1 million by the end of your life.
Yes, but it's not worth it because like when you arrive at the end of your life, like what you do with 1 million, like you cannot live your life. Like, you know, you're getting old and like probably you have back pain and
I would definitely have back pain.
Replace hips or whatever. You know,
got some knee replacement surgeries, walking around in a walker. I'm a millionaire.
Yes, exactly. So,
but meanwhile, the fast lane, that's the one we want to talk about. That is an easy way to make get rich.
Easy. But that's the fastest.
It is the fastest way. Yes, thank you for correcting me. It's the fastest way to get rich within like 7 to 10 years estimated. Could be sooner, could be a little bit later, but honestly, it's a lot faster than any other method that's taken means by any means at all. Now, as far as those 3 states go, we always want to be living in the fast lane if we want to get to that point as soon as possible.
Yes, because for me, I had a taste of what it's like because I travel a lot like during the past years, and I had the ability to do that, but then now I need to get back to a normal lifestyle because you know it was not sustainable on the long run. But yeah, I'm definitely like going to the fast lane, and leave a comment if you are in the fast lane also. Like,
I mean, there's also a couple other things happening in your life where you kind of need to like, I guess, settle down a little bit.
Yes.
Now you had your fun, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with these methods. Like,
yes, and that was the taste like I was talking about. Like I had the taste of it, so I know that I want that for my life. And in order to achieve that, I know that I need to be in the fast lane. I don't want to be in the sidewalk and the slow lane because I know it will slow me down. And I don't know for you, but like it's just like kind of what I want to achieve.
Yeah,
so,
that's fully understandable.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, it's a very difficult mind switch to have because you gotta be committed. You gotta stay on it. There's actually 5 principles that go into how you're going to make your money fast and how you're going to move it. It's called the sense, CNTS, sense method. Basically, the sense is an anagram. It stands for control, entry, need, time, and scale. Now, could you explain these 5 principles for me?
Yeah, give me the first and I'll explain it, and then.
Okay, so control.
Control, I would say, is control of like your life. Take the control of your life, like
Specifically, control of your money.
Yeah, your income, your mindset, your take control of that to be able to, move on to the next point. Yeah.
Next point would be entry.
Entry. Entry would be. I don't know. That's a good question.
I thought you read the book.
Yeah, I read the book, but
I read the book too, but
I don't
didn't
remember that part.
I didn't take details.
Yeah, but I mean,
so
entry would be like maybe the entry in the market. Like you need once you take control of like your income, your mindset, your money, and everything. You need to do an entry in the.
You need to find an entry point into
in the big game, like
where the money goes.
The need would be like the need of like the client, like what the people. What problem you need to solve?
Mm-hmm. Yes. What need needs to be addressed?
Yes.
The next one, I'll go ahead and do the next one. Is time. What are you willing to invest your time in? Not rather willing, what you need to invest your time in. Where your time needs to be managed. How much time do you have before your goal is set? Before your goal is accomplished. Organizing the time valuably.
Yeah, because time is the most valuable asset that we have. Because money, we can create it, like we can create wealth for ourselves and create like way to make money, but time, as life go by, there's not more time, like it's
what we got.
Yeah, we have an expiration date, unfortunately, and
everyone does. Speaking on the making of money and all that, we actually have another episode just to plug another episode. We have a specific episode that's either coming up or has come out talking about how money comes about, what it's used for, how basically all money is fake, but that doesn't matter because it still runs the world. So
exactly.
we're going to need it one way or the other. And finally, there's one more letter in there.
Yes, the scale. So scaling is like the thing bigger, like
everyone's thinking too small time. You need to increase the scale.
Yes, because like for example, maybe you will think, starting a business for like local, maybe like a shop or a store or a coffee, whatever. But once you start that thing, why not scale it? Because you already have the resources,
scale it up,
the system in place, everything. So like it's the same thing. That's why I like internet, because I think that's a very good way to scale, because you reach people that otherwise we cannot reach.
It's definitely a good way to expand. As far as scaling up, I think that's more in the sense of like, you had a great example there. You own a coffee shop, right? Now you're content with that coffee shop. It's making a profit, but you're just kind of using that for like vacations or like home renovations. You're not investing back into the property, which means you're not expanding your scale. The best way to do that is to keep your mindset on the investment and keep growing that money rather than growing your personal life.
Because I mean, their studies, I don't remember the exact number, but like most of the entrepreneurs in the US are like one-man show, like they do everything. So I don't think that's the way. Like it's hard to scale when you do everything. Like we need to learn to delegate.
We need to learn to network and get the socialization out, so that way we can, like you said, delegate our not our demands.
But
delegate our workload.
Delegate the workload. But it's just sometimes I understand it's hard. Like I have a friend in a situation that he basically was doing a lot. He's an engineer, but also he do their HR. So he was doing more HR, and then his business was not going as he wanted because he could not improve all the system that he had there because he was doing too much HR. And then fired his like helper, like his assistant, basically, because the assistant was putting like all the bad vibe in the business, and then so now you have a more workload, but then you need to hire somebody else to help him with that, and like just to delegate. And he was telling me like, but it's hard because I know that everything that I do it best than everybody, because that's
a good mindset to have, but it could also be toxic at the same time.
Yes.
Especially if you think like nobody's going to do it better than me. That could be correct.
And that's true.
But you need to find someone who does it good enough.
Yes, exactly. You need to sacrifice like the perfection for something that could still work, but it's just
because it's not always going to be perfection is the enemy of completion. So if you're concentrating on what you want done and how you want it done, you're going to end up concentrating too much on one small aspect of the entire picture. Because
you don't have, like, the time you focus on something that needs to be perfect, you don't focus on all the other details. So that's kind of where
it's the same way as if like you're making a movie, right? And you have this one scene in your mind, and this one scene is going to be amazing, and you're concentrating on it, you got it all down, and then the rest of the movie is shit. You got that one awesome scene in there, but people aren't going to sit through an hour and a half of shit for that one scene.
The best scene in the world.
Exactly. Meanwhile, like an anti-Emmy for everything else. So I got a couple other things about this book. It was published back in 2011, so pretty recent. A good modern day motivational book compared to like the other books we talked about, like that. What was that book by?
Your Greatest Power.
Yeah, Jack Martin Coe. Yeah, so
the 50s or something like that.
Right. So it's not exactly. It doesn't exactly have the exact same drive as like what a lot of people want today, especially with like the price differentials that you notice in some of the books. It was republished a couple of times, but that
and that guy like is been implementing like what he's teaching in his book. Basically, he started a website for taxi or limousine, and then it got like bigger, and like he reached multiple market, and then sold the thing and moved his life forward. But it was through internet that he did that, and that he achieved like what he explained in the book, like his understanding of life and everything. So.
Well, yeah, but also in that case, that took some aggression in order to get there. It might sound a little bit evil, and it probably is, but he had to sacrifice some other people in order to get to what his goal initially was. He had to take out the competition, in other words. He didn't kill anybody, as far as I know. Allegedly, he did not kill anybody, but he did have to step on some shoes in order to get to where he had to go.
That's where our business works. Like, you need to know your competitor in order to be successful.
It's cutthroat for real.
Yes, because knowing like what's the lack of the other and what's the price of the other and so on, that just help you like that's helping you grow your business at a level that you want to achieve, and you
bring it up to the point where you actually can just make money in the background. You don't even need to concentrate on the business anymore, which is another aspect of like over concentration. If you're over concentrating on one aspect about your business, you're never going to be able to let it go. It's never going to fly on its own.
It's like our podcast. For the most part, we post video every day. We don't necessarily add thumbnails at the beginning, but we're getting like now we put that thumbnail.
that came up in like what, a week?
So we put that on thumbnails for now, but it's just we don't have I would say like the knowledge to do a thumbnail, so we will need to learn that along the way, but it's just right now we focus mainly on the recording episode
and the content. Yes,
on the content, and
we're hoping to catch an audience slowly but surely behind it, and we're going to keep progressing. We're going to keep learning. This isn't going to be the only design we have for a logo, but we're going to try to expand it a bit further as we go on. For instance, I was talking to you not too long ago about like editing our stuff and
because now we do a one-time shot and that's it. Like we just
once we get the recording done, either the recording works or it doesn't work. And my God, there have been some recordings that didn't work. But even at that, we still learn from our mistakes, and as a result, try to build ourselves to be more professional and better. We haven't asked anyone personally on how to do this. We just sort of started. You watched a few YouTubes. I watch a lot of YouTube, so I watch a lot of content. But he knows what kind of eye catch he wants, and I know how to reel in the funny. So he's serious business. I'm happy guy, but I got a lot of questions. So
and that's working well. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's we try our best, and honestly, that's all you can do whenever it comes to your passion. Would you consider this your passion?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, passion. Yeah, I like talking about business. I like talking about like subject. We did a spiritual subject. Every subject that can grow a person, I think that is good, and I think that's something that I like to do.
In that case, I similarly agree with you. I do consider this like a passion of mine. It's been a passion for a long time. In fact, like we mentioned before, I brought it up to you that I wanted to do a podcast, and you're like, all right, let's do it. I'd never heard that like just get to it attitude before.
And we do it since then. Like it's been
basically an everyday thing. Don't tell them how long we've been recording. They don't need to know how new we are at this.
See, if we will edit video, that's a part we will cut probably.
That would be a part that we cut. In fact, you've probably seen in previous videos, we literally say we're going to cut that part out and never cut that part out. We're going to be infamous for that. Watch.
Yes.
Just one more thing here. I just want to say that he also wrote a couple other pretty good books.
Yes.
He wrote Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Entrepreneurship, which goes a little bit more into detail of like the day-to-day struggles of being an entrepreneur, and The Great Rat Race Escape, which is basically finding a way to get yourself out of the hole of living paycheck to paycheck, how to expand that income that you have, as well as like expand the money that you already have saved up. And finally, the strategy that Fastlane mainly is revolving around, Millionaire Fastlane is revolving around, is the offensive attack on wealth. The quote is, offensive attack on wealth, where incomes and asset values explode with small investments in time and or money. In other words, you put a little investment into one thing, and then you put a little investment into another, and then you put a little investment into another, and together those three investments pull a big lump sum. Whether they're an investment of time or money, but
exactly. It doesn't need to be time or like money, but like either one of them. Like you can invest time, you can invest money, but in the end, it's your choice. And that's the thing we should talk in another video also, like the multiple source of income, because that's the thing that is out there, and I think that's something that can bring value to people's life, because that brings value to mine. So if it's a thing that we can do for helping, discuss more about the multiple social income in another video.
Works for me. But
awesome.
On that note, that's all I got.
So hope you have a good day. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
And make sure to throw comments in the comment section down below. If you have anything for us, if you have any suggestions for future videos, or if you just want to yell at us because we look stupid, go ahead and throw a comment down in the bottom. Hit that notification bell while you're at it, right after you get subscribed, so that way you can always get notified whenever we post a new video.
And thank you for watching till the end.
We try our best to post every day. So far we've been keeping on that track, so let's keep the trend going with a little bit more following.
Have a good